This summer, I took up cycling. Now, as fast or as impressive as that may seem, I am actually the slowest of all of my friends in the neighborhood. In fact, recently I took this picture because I was so excited I passed this person, which I never do. And it was so exciting to me that I had to stop and take a picture. When I'm out biking with my friends, they've given me a few tips to be a little bit more efficient. On my bike, I actually get a lot of data from a GPS system. I'd actually say I probably get too much data. There's so much information that that little calculator spits back to me, and I need to know how to make heads or tails of it. The tip I've received from my friends is to be focused on one thing in particular. That is the cadence. The cadence is how many times I pedal. A person my size should probably be getting a cadence of roughly 80 to 85 rotations per minute. You can see when I took this picture, I was a little under that. And my goal should be to always fall into that range. So when I'm getting 73, I need to pedal a little bit faster or go into an easier gear, one or the other, because I need to get my rotations per minute right around 80 to 85. It doesn't matter if I'm going up a hill or if I'm going down a hill. I want to keep that rotations per minute about 80 to 85. Now, I did this all summer long, and I focused just on what my cadence was. And I'm proud to demonstrate that the results spoke for themselves. Throughout the summer, I got faster and faster. Yes, there were some highs and there were some lows, but overall, at the end of the summer, even my lowest days seemed to be as high or higher than my best days were at the beginning of the summer. I will say, I'm still not as fast as my friends. However, much like the collective commitments or values of Westlake STEM, we are in pursuit of a personal best. That's what we focus on. It doesn't matter if we're faster than our friends. It doesn't matter if we're faster than our siblings. We want to constantly be setting a personal best. So each Tuesday in your Mustang room, we're going to focus on your personal best. You will get a document next Tuesday that is called the How Am I Doing Tracker. Using that tracker, you're going to do similarly to I did tracking my biking throughout the summer. Specifically, you're going to log into your gradebook and you are going to track how well you're performing against the standards for that class. For example, if I were to focus just on one period, you could see that each week, each Tuesday, I fill in a graph showing how well I'm doing to cover all of the standards for that class. Now, you don't just have one class to focus on, you actually focus on 5 different classes. So each Tuesday when you work on this, you will actually track your personal best progress compared to those standards for all 5 of your classes. That means on a given Tuesday, you're going to be filling in 5 different graphs based on what the data in Gradebook is showing you. You won't keep this document yourself. Instead, your Mustang Room teacher will pass that out to you each Tuesday. You'll fill it in, you'll reflect upon it, you'll even possibly have a little conversation with your Mustang Room teacher about it, and then you will turn it back in. On the back side is another opportunity to focus on your personal best. Each week, you're going to set a goal for that week, and you'll take a moment to reflect upon how did you do the week before. Each of these should help you move towards a personal best. Now, also during the summer, I had a chance to read a book about the 2 individuals who first beat the 4 minute mile. That means they ran the 4 laps around the track faster than 4 minutes. One was John Landy from Australia, and another was Roger Bannister from England. Now, they both accomplished the feat of running a mile in faster than 4 minutes. However, the climax of the book was when the two of them raced against each other in the Vancouver Games in 1954.
Landy now in the lead. There's the champion miler of the world in the lead now. Landy of Australia, leading at the end of the first lap. What time do you have?
58-1, a fast lap for Landy.
58-1, Landy in the lead in the first lap.
I ran through the first quarter mile and I was leading about 58 seconds and I kept up the pace.
Landy still in the lead. Roger Bannister second and pulling up, decreasing the lead. In just a second, Royal will give us the time on the second lap.
1:58, he's ahead of his world's record time this far.
He was someone with greater stamina, but on the other hand, I had a better finish. So I had to ensure that he took the lead and tried to exhaust me.
Landy still in the lead, Bannister second. We may be seeing history in the making here this afternoon in the Miracle Mile at Vancouver, British Columbia.
And I got a good gap between myself and Roger Bannister. And coming to the third lap, I continued on, but he started to catch up.
Be prepared for Bannister's famous burst of speed at the end of the fourth lap. We're now more than halfway through the third lap.
Coming down the back straight, the sun was in such a position that I could see my shadow and his shadow. And I started to inch ahead a little bit, which gave me some optimism, and some people on the inside of the track yelled out, you know, you're going well.
You see now, the only two men in the world who have ever run the mile in less than 4 minutes.
I was really going pretty fast, but I realised that within another 20 metres or so that I couldn't hold the pace.
And then I managed to overtake him. At the time, he happened to look over his left shoulder.
Watch for the burst of speed from Bannister now.
So he couldn't see that I was overtaking him. And then when he looked back to the front, I was already ahead and had sufficient advantage, holding that advantage until the tape.
Roger Bannister in the lead. Landy second. Bannister the winner. Here's Royal drawing the time in just a minute. Now Bannister on his feet again, accepting congratulations, posing for pictures. Freddie Zavitler of United Press down there taking them. Royal, what was the time you got?
3:58, and awful close to a world's record it might be. They're hugging each other down there while they're checking the times. This might be a record. It's within a split second of it.
Now, did you catch that? These two incredible milers had quite the finish. However, it was Roger Bannister who caught and passed John Landy on the final turn. Now, this picture shows exactly what happened. John Landy, as he's coming around that last turn, looks over his left shoulder, trying to find out where is Roger Bannister. Here's a better picture of it. That was the moment. That was the moment that Roger Bannister passed him and won the race. By the time John Landy had looked back to the front, it was already too late. This, I think, is an important thing to reflect upon when we talk about a personal best. Yes, we're going to have some people who are running slower than us. Yes, we're going to have some people running faster than us. But our primary focus should be on my own personal best. Stay focused on that. That's why we'll use this tracker every Tuesday. You'll graph it. You'll look at how your own progress is going. You'll set some goals, and then you'll return it to your Mustang room teacher. Thank you so much, and good luck on a personal best.